On EA Sports as we are in the respective tunnels a minute ago to the approved will match up with the Denver Broncos. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Locke on the give. It's Lindsay. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Locke. He'll find Lindsay here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From the gun, it's Locke. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble.
Doing that, then throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Second and 8 coming up. it's Lindsey. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And McManus able to put it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll just yard line.
25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
And not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Broncos 3, Ravens nothing.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Locke working out of the gun. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Lock. This is the tight end fan. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Dennis lining up for the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 27, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
But let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 35-yard line.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
At the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
At the Broncos' 23-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check right. 43 is the mark.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
I'm coming. 43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. I'm coming after you. 43 is the mark. Coming to you. 43 is the mark. Hey, report. Sit up. 43 is the mark. Sit up.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. It's now third and goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up.
22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Just like that. 43 is the mark. Here we go. 43 is the mark. No chance. Here we go. 43 is the mark. 43.
Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jackson sacked.
Von Miller leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. They'll run here with Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this is an example breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay takes it in from a yard out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Hey, middle. What it is? Yes, sir. Here we go. Ready? Yes, sir. Yo. Get up.
Now it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go. Let's go. Ready? Zoom, fellas, let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Lock. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of
Still throwing the football here. Even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Okay, break. Forget it. Come on. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 66. Throw it.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that'll set him back 5. On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's caught left side by Judy.
Locke's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Go!
From the gun, Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos.
Ready. 60, Pittsburgh.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Operating from the gun, Locke. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw it is Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter.
Now Jackson on first down, throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Baltimore.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Watch 36. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll run it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
Come on, set. 10-2 side.
Here's Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
A lot going to throw it here. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
score, Broncos 27, Ravens 10.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
For Denver.
And off we go from Denver. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, 27 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsay, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 38-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a give to Lindsey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is the tight end fan. Fights free at the 5.
Jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because
after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And this is caught off a deflection. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Complete to
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Again, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Wilson will throw again. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw again is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. Nice 57, 57's right.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Exit. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 57's a mark. 57's a mark.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And it is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Seahawks, nothing.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
For the Bronco field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right,
blitz coming, and down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. A give, running right, Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Second and 11. Block on the give. It's Lindsey.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 28 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 24. Seahawks, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Carson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
On the carry.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seahawks.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Ham. Before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, 26 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check, 43.
On third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
32-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Broncos take over first.